to get my water. Oh, forgot it. Takes time. I pressed it.
What are you touching?
Video block.
Did you not hit the select? Are you using a PC?
Yeah.
You're going to have to hit PC again. On the left.
Oh, okay. PC's
Keep pushing it.
Oh. I can deal without it.
You're going to have to.
All right, cool. Hold on. I'm ready to start. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Last speech. Feels good. I'm going to start off with a story from my past in high school. When I was a senior, I was very big. I weighed 260 pounds. I was and still more hyperactive compared to my peers. As you can see, like today, the other days, I'm more energetic than most of you in the morning. Yeah. It's just because I love the energy and I just love going with the flow of life. But during high school, I had more depressed moments than happy moments in high school. Yeah, sure, I was energetic and happy, but most of the times, it just felt horrible, you know? You understand that feeling, right? Yeah? Okay, good. Being fat affected my self-esteem because mine and other people's perception of fat people created hateful discrimination against me. I remember me calling chowder in my senior year. Roly-poly-oly was freaking freshman and sophomore year. And Chubbums was in my senior year. I remember trying to encourage myself and also remember the bad things about myself. Like I always say, like, you're fat, you know. The girls don't want you, you know. I get rejected with the I only like you as a friend statement. Who's had that? Yeah? Yeah? You guys are scared, yeah. It's cool, it's cool. I can admit it. No, I remember most of the bad memories of my life. And I really don't like them. I really don't. Whenever someone asks, like, oh, you remember high school, this, you remember the good times? I'm like, I don't really care about high school. I really care more about my future. I don't want to be stuck in the past, and I don't want to remember those bad memories. In my opinion, our generation and younger generation's optimism and self-esteem has had a dramatic increase in low self-esteem issues. In a Harvard University study from 2002, the rate of increase of depression among children was 23%. And I'm going to assume there has been a bigger increase these past years because, you know, the population gets higher and people are growing, aging, my bad, they're aging. More and more people these days tend not to think for themselves. Most of us in this room accept opinions from other people. We don't remember our own opinions about ourselves. We care about social acceptance in society. It's because we want to be accepted. It's really that simple. I wouldn't really want to go more into the explanation because I'm really unsure about that. When people compliment us, we get a little confidence boost. When a person compliments us for a while, we start to wonder, why isn't no one complimenting us? Do they not like me? Do they hate me? Am I ugly? Am I fat? You know? We start to wonder. We are so fine-tuned to social opinions of ourselves, we forget our own opinions about who we actually are. Opinions from others, well, affect our goals, self-confidence, or frankly any other part of our lifestyles. If you choose to accept discouraging opinions, your potential to grow diminishes, stated by an online article by Seligman. All blame of loss of optimism can be placed on the standards of our culture, our loved ones, or even ourselves. But most of the blame should be placed on ourselves, and some of the rest on the other things. Each person in this room should not conform to views of other people's opinions. We need to remember that we can make the choices that define us. Current generations of people have had an increase in lost souls that are uneducated about handling with conflict issues. We as people need to educate ourselves on how to deal with stress, depression, or other personal issues. Start asking others or look online how to deal with social perceptions of yourself. Mentally motivate yourself every day because the optimism boost can slowly integrate into your life. Do not consistently think of negative flaws about yourself because it can negatively affect your lifestyle and thinking process. Ignore people's other people's opinions. And I strongly do not encourage violence, but if someone is getting to your head, they're really getting on your nerves, you just like, shut up, please, shut up, shut up. You gotta do what you gotta do, But I strongly do not encourage violence. That's your cue to laugh. Some may say you are who you are. Some people may even attempt to bring you down just because they're jealous. You can bring yourself down without even realizing it. And you need to realize that you can use that negative energy and turn it into a positive energy, turn it into optimism, motivate yourself. Some may accuse the excessive use of confidence-boosting techniques as inadequate. Aaron Sackett, a psychologist at University of St. Thomas in Minneapolis, stated, "In America, optimism has become almost like a cult." And it has become like a cult. But it's a good thing, as in a good cult way. We want to encourage others to be more optimistic and happy. And if it takes using these methods and integrating it into social standards of our culture, then so be it. You can change. You do not have to conform to other people's opinions. If optimism has seemed like a cult in America, what's the issue, really? We need to help each other, and mostly first, help ourselves. Remember my high school story in the beginning of the speech, the one I talked about, being fat, girls not liking me, being called names and all that. I changed within the past 2 to 3 years. I graduated in 2010. I stopped moping around about my flaws. I lost 60 pounds because of running for my last speech. I stopped drinking carbonated drinks for 2 to 3 years. I forgot how long it's been, so mainly I just drink water and juices. And I use that hatred against myself and the stress. I use it as a tool to strengthen myself. Right now, if you feel that you can change, do it. All right? Hopefully, you guys will do great in your speeches. Thank you. Done.